Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video I'm showing you this look here. This is my take on the seasonal classic, the pumpkin spice latte makeup look. I love these burnt orangey warm brown tones, especially on blue eyes, but I just love this look on anybody. So if you want to see all of the products that I use and how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to be starting on the eyes just so that I can clean up underneath if I need to. I've already got my eyeshadow primer on, which is of course the Beauty Bay Eye Base in the shade 2, and I've also got my brows on, which is the Relove Power Brow in brown with a little bit of the Catrice Eyebrow Stylist pencil in 025 Perfect Brown. That's all I've got on at the minute, and the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today I'm so excited about. I haven't used this before, but so many people told me that I needed to get the Beauty Bay Fiery palette, so I went ahead and I bought the 42 pan because we all know that they are my favourite. I have the fear of missing out when I get a smaller palette. When I first got all of my Beauty Bay palettes, I got the 9 pans, almost instantly regretted it, and I have been like working my way through getting all of the 42 pans. So this is what we're going to be using today. And honestly, I don't even know which shades I'm going to use. I know for sure that today I'm going to be using a shimmer, and I'm fairly certain that the shimmer I'm going to be using is this one, pretty much in the centre, called Tiger, because it looks like a really beautiful sort of duochrome. But other than that, I've got no idea what I want to do really. Obviously, if you haven't guessed by the title, I'm doing something pumpkin spice latte because ultimately it's October, it's spooky season, and I just love a pumpkin spice latte eye look. Don't love a pumpkin spice latte, but I do like the eye look. So I'm going to go in with quite a dense brush because although I want a lot of colour and I want to be quite smoky, I still want to be quite precise with the application. So I'm going in with this brush into turmeric, this one here, which is a matte, and I'm just going to tap this sort of through the crease, and I'm going to start sort of creating the shape that I want. So I think I want something sort of quite rounded. Although I'm going to clean it up, I want that sort of shape, you know? Do you know? Because I don't know. I absolutely love that colour. That's like a mustardy yellow. Shall I zoom you in so you can actually see what I'm doing? How about that? So I am just keeping that shade like in the crease, and not like completely all the way along, like it's definitely darker on the outer corner, but I absolutely love that shade. How incredible is that? Like yellowy orange, beautiful. So then I'm dipping in with a much fluffier, bigger brush, and I'm going to go into Blonde, which is this yellow one, a little bit further along. So we're getting a little bit lighter because I want to keep it quite light on the inner half. So I'm just going to buff this a little bit further in. So those two together look incredible. So it's slightly brighter on the inner corner and slightly darker on the outer corner, but also just really nice and like blended. I'm gonna go back in with that first brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Spice, because obviously this is a pumpkin spice latte look. I want that orangey spicy shade, and I'm gonna really pack that onto the brush. I'm also going to remove the cat hair that just made its way into my brush, and I'm going to tap this on the lid on the outer corner, outer like third-ish. So then I'm going back in with that fluffy brush, and I'm gonna buff over all of that. I might go back in with a little bit of that first shade, that turmeric shade, to blend out the edge. I think that's blending quite well just by itself. And then I just want a tiny little bit more depth on the outer corner, so I'm going in with a really small fluffy brush, and I'm dipping into this bottom shade here called Warm, and I'm just going to tap a really little bit of that right onto the outer corner and blend it in with that Spice shade. So I'm happy with how all of that is looking, the depth of the colour on the outer corner and the blend and everything. So I'm just going to go in with my finger into that tiger shade, because honestly it just looks like the most incredible shade, and the Beauty Bay shimmers are absolutely out of this world. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And I'm going to tap it across, oh, with a cat hair. Honestly, why do they get everywhere? Just going to tap this across the lid. And then once I have packed that colour on and it looks incredible, as we suspected it would, I'm just going over with that first fluffy brush. No more colour, but just making sure that top edge is really nicely blended. Do I want another shimmer? Probably. I'm going to just take a little bit of Peel. Oh, this one here, which is slightly more orangey. This one sort of lent Tiger, sort of lent a little bit peachy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Peel sort of further out, just to make sure that it leans more orange. Yes, that looks really nice. I love these colours together. I mean, I knew that I would, but I absolutely love these colours together. So I'm going to take a cotton pad and some micellar water. The one that I like to use is the Revolution micellar water, the aloe vera one. This is my favourite one. As you can tell, I'm like a good way down it. I'm just going to swipe underneath here, clean up that outer corner, like so. So that is what the blend is looking like. I absolutely love these tones on blue eyes. These colours are like opposite on the colour wheel, so they definitely suit blue eyes. I appreciate that this sort of look will look good on everybody. So I'm not doing, you know, anything revolutionary here, but I just love these colours. So I will zoom you out and we can do the rest of the face. Okay, so for the primer, I'm going in with this one, which is probably my favourite primer of the year, the Revolution CC Swirl primer, the one that looks all cool and swirly in the packaging, hence the name. And I'm going to just put a couple of pumps across my face. And the foundation combination that I'm doing, because I never just put one foundation on my face, I always mix something up. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I have this in 00A Porcelain, and I'm going to mix it in with a pump of the Beauty Bay Glow Filter. So I'm going to do like 2 pumps of the foundation and 1 of the Glow Filter. And I will just mix these together with the end of a brush, and I'm going to use a sponge to blend this out, because otherwise this foundation is so full coverage and so matte. It's just too much for me. Even on a very glam full coverage sort of a day, it's still too much for me. So I'm just dotting this all over. I've still got a really decent amount of product on the back of my hand. I just wanted to mix a little bit more than what I thought I might need. And then going in with a sponge, and I'm just bouncing this in. So I didn't quite use all of that foundation that I mixed up. I'm just going to wipe it off the back of my hand so that I don't get it all over my dress. And then for concealer, I'm going in with the Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer. I have this in 002 Neutral Ivory. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this right in there, because honestly that's the only place where I feel like I need it. Like, I don't have really any breakouts at the minute, thankfully. So I'm just going to use a brush to tap this in, and now I'm feeling sufficiently covered, sufficiently concealed, and I need to add the colour and the definition back into my face. So I'm going in now with the MUA Bronzed Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Butterscotch, and I am just going to find the cheekbones. I know that they're in there somewhere. They are currently hiding, but I will find them. I'm also just running a little bit of that powder down the side, not powder, bronzer, cream bronzer down the sides of my nose, and I feel like that's a really great amount of colour to be starting with. I might go in with a powder at the end, because we all know the limit does not exist when it comes to the amount of bronzer that I want on my face. Also, the limit does not exist with the amount of blush that I want on my face, so I'm going to start with this one, the PS Pro Cream Blush Luminous Finish. And I'm going to just put a couple of dots of this on. Couldn't tell you what shade this is, so don't ask, because it doesn't actually say on the packaging, which of course is always really handy. I think it was pink. I could be wrong. So I definitely feel like that's a great starting point. I probably will want more bronzer and probably more blush as well, but I'm gonna go and just do under the eyes because I can't take myself seriously while I'm like so top heavy. So going back in with the Beauty Bay Fiery 2.0, and I'm gonna take the same brush that I was using on the lid, and I'm just gonna use Spice. I'm just gonna use that on the outer half under the eyes, and I'm just tapping this over that line that we created with the micellar water, just to soften it slightly so it's not quite so, because I do want that more rounded shape, but also like there was a lot down there, I had to clean it up. And then I'm going back in with that fluffy brush into turmeric, I don't actually know how you meant to say that. And I'm just going to, again, remove another cat hair. Honestly, they get absolutely everywhere. I'm just going to do that shade all the way along and blend out that Spice shade as well. So I'm just smoking it out a little bit more. And that is the eyeshadow done. So it's smoky, but it's pumpkin spice. I absolutely love these colours. Now you could go in with a black liquid liner at this point. You could just put mascara on. However, I'm going to go in with a brown. This is the 17 Ink Legend Tattoo Eyeliner. Oh, and what shade is this in? It doesn't say. I think it was like bronze or something. If I show you it up close, you might be able to see. It's got a beautiful metallic, bronzy, browny element to it. I absolutely love this bronzer. I have worn this bronzer. It's because I've just said bronze. This liquid eyeliner. I've been wearing it all summer long, but I definitely feel like this is autumnal as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do a wing in this. I will also do mascara as well while I'm off. So this is the Milani Highly Rated Anti-Gravity Mascara. I'll layer up a little bit of that, and then I'll see if I feel like I need more blush, which I definitely will do. So now that I've got like the darkness of the mascara, I definitely need more bronzer and I need more blush. So I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of the bronzery shade over where I put the cream bronzer, and also some more blush. I'll use the Collection Glow Blush in the shade Bashful, and I'll just tap a little bit of this over where I put the liquid blush. And I've also brought a highlighter over, so I feel like I need more glow in my skin as well. So the highlighter that I'm using is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls, and this is like very, very intense. So I'm just going to do a little bit on the very high points of my cheeks. I'm also just putting a little bit of that highlight across my cupid's bow, down the centre of my nose, all the usual places. I'm happy with the amount of glow now. For the lips, I need to find my lip liner. I'll go in with the Essence 8 Hour Comfort Matte Lip Liner in 03 Soft Beige. And then for lipstick, I'm using the most basic nude. This is the Milani. Well, I don't know right on it what it is. It's in the shade 410 Pleasure. Couldn't tell you anything other than that. I think it had fetish in the name. I just feel like when you've got this much colour on the eyes, you need the lips to be doing the least. So I need brow gel. That's why my face looks weird. The e.l.f. Wow Brow in Brunette, of course. That's better. I always feel like my face looks wrong until I have the brow gel on. Then I'm like, I need to do the brow gel after I've done the rest of the base. Anyway, I want a little bit of something on the inner corner of my eye. So I'm just going to take a dense little brush and I'm going to dip into the shade... am I going to use anything in here? No, I think I'm going to use the highlight that I used on my face actually. So this is more the tone that I know I like for my inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and pop it right on the inner corner. That's better. And then I actually am done. I don't think there's any more steps now. I'm happy. And this is the finished look. So do let me know what you think. It's the first makeup look of Everyday October 2023. If you don't know, then hello. I am posting 31 new videos this month because obviously I don't enjoy having any sort of free time. So if you want to see more autumnal makeup looks, makeup reviews, I'm getting all of the new releases this month. I'm making videos on them, so if you want to see those, there will be lots of them coming up. I would love it if you would subscribe down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up because that really does help me out a ton. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye!